Leonardo da Vinci once said that time waits just long enough for those who use it. So the question is, what are you doing with your time? We all have 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with your time? Are you building your dream? Or are you helping someone else build theirs? Are you putting in the work every single day, every single moment of now? Are you planning for your future? They say planning is bringing the future into the present so you can do something about it now. So the question is this: what are you doing with your time? Remember, the time is always now.
And thank you for joining the Time Is Always Now podcast. My name is Terence Young. I am your host for the podcast today. And this is a podcast that is dedicated to helping people get past their excuses, helping people get past saying, I'm going to do it someday or one day, and saying, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to harness the power in the eternal moment of now, because that's all that we have, is just this moment of now. If you want to make a change in your life for the better, then you have to do it right now. It's the only time. So this podcast is about encouraging, motivating, and inspiring others to make changes in their lives for the better right now. So I appreciate you joining me. Thank you. If you want to donate to the cause, by all means, you can go to my website. It's terenceyoungnow.com. You can donate there. I thank you in advance. It allows me and continues to help me do what I do, which is produce this content to motivate, inspire, encourage others to find the mindset to be able to change what they're thinking, look at situations different, find their passion, and start living that passion right now. That's what it's all about. I'm a mindset coach. That's what I do. So I'm excited to be able to continue to share these things with you and encourage other people to watch and listen to the podcast as well. There's always going to be insightful information, motivational stories, and tangible ways that you can use what I talk about to put into your life right here, right now, and make changes for the better. That's what it's all about. So thank you in advance for joining me. Thank you in advance for continuing to support me in what I do. So excited about this episode of the Time Is Always Now podcast. I always like to give a little update of what's going on. Working on the Christmas concert right now. Date is December 15th. December 15th. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook Live. So check me out for that. Invite your family and friends. We'll be on live on Facebook 9 p.m. December 15th for a Christmas concert. I'm going to play some of the favorite Christmas songs, my favorite Christmas songs, some of yours, for a little holiday treat and just to have some fun. So I hope you'll join me. Invite your friends and family over. Of course, I have courses out there that if you know someone who's interested in finding their passion, that's a big thing of mine, always finding your passion. How do you find your passion? There's 3 key steps to do that, and I share it in this course, How to Find Your Passion, the 3 tips to finding it and living it right now. And I have that course is available. If you know someone or if you're interested in learning more about it, get in contact with me. Also, I have the course on creating an engaging speech and becoming an engaging speaker. One of the things that I've learned over the last 6-7 years that I've been speaking is that I have an innate ability to engage the audience. And I've taken all of the years of experience that I have, put it in a video and put it into a course to be able to help you as well become a better speaker, become an engaging speaker. Because when you engage your audience, you get their attention. When you get their attention, then you can change their mindset. But you got to have their attention in the first place to be able to do that. And that's what powerful speakers do. So in this course, 6 tips to creating an engaging speech and becoming an engaging speaker. That's what I do. Poured a lot of my heart and soul into it. So if you know someone who's interested in becoming a better speaker, by all means, have them check out the course. The other course I have is the 12 spiritual powers and how we can use them each and every day in our lives. We can use tangible ways we can use the 12 spiritual powers in our life to change our experience and change our world. So definitely all of those courses, you can find everything out about that on my website, terenceyoungnow.com. Also join me on Friday mornings for Friday morning meditation. Just did one this morning as a matter of fact. And so you'll be able to see that as well. So lots of things going on, lots of moving parts. And I'm also taking some courses myself. So I got some things going on that I'm excited and I'll be offering and giving you more information about in the future. This week, for this podcast, we've been talking about giving all week. Great for this time of season. And so I'm going to share some ideas. 3 truths about giving that we can put into our lives. Tangible ways that we can think about giving in a different way that'll change our experience in our life. I'm going to use 3 quotes to describe that and illustrate that to you right now. First one is this: your greatness is not in what you have, it's in what you give. Your greatness is not in what you have, not all the material things you have. Your greatness is in what you give to humanity. What legacy are you leaving behind? I shared this on a live I did this week about LeBron James and being a great basketball player, but that's great. He's a great basketball player, and many great basketball players have come and gone. But what is he giving? He created that school, that I Promise school, which will last for who knows how long, 50, 100, 150 years, I don't know, however long it lasts. That's what he's giving back to the community. Yes, he's a talented basketball player. That makes him great, but what really makes him great is what he gives back to the community. I want you to think about people in your lives who truly give back. Give back to their community, to their families, to whatever the case may be. And you'll notice something about those people. They're special. They're special. Your greatness is not in what you have, it's in what you give. The most famous people we know are people who have given something to society. Think of Martin Luther King Jr. Imagine what he was giving to society, fighting for civil rights for so long. And many changes were made because of that. He was giving of himself to the world. Gandhi was giving of himself to the world to change the consciousness of our world, of each and every person in our world. Your greatness is not in what you have, it's in what you give. So I want you to think consciously about this. What am I giving back? Yes, I'm great at this or that. I'm a great drawer. I'm a great office manager. I'm a great tennis player. I'm a great, barber, whatever the case may be. But what am I giving back? Because your real greatness is not in what you have. It's in what you give. That's important. That's so, so important. Next one I'm going to share with you guys is this. Always give without remembering and always receive without forgetting. I love this quote. Always give without remembering. Always receive without forgetting. We were kids. This time of season, Christmas, the holiday season, it was all about what we're going to get, right? What gifts am I going to get? But now as we get older, as we're adults now we know better the meaning of the season. It's really about what can I give? And it's not about gifts at all. It's not about presents. What can I give of my time, of my talents, of my treasures? I spoke about this this morning on Friday morning meditation. That's what it's about. Giving of your time, giving of your talents, giving of your treasures, the 3 T's. That's what it's about. Give without remembering. That means when you give, don't try to remember who you gave to because you want to see what they're going to give back to you. See, that's not the way the universe works at all. You want to give with no expectation of anything in return. And the universe, because that's the way it works, will give back to you. When you give, you automatically will be receiving. The challenge is this. It's not coming back from the exact same place that you gave it to. It's going to come back from somewhere totally different. That's the way the universe works. And the more you give, the more you receive. It's just the way it works. It's hard to feel that sometimes, it's hard to embrace that sometimes, but that's the truth. Just keep giving. As the Bible says, God loves a cheerful giver. So when you're giving, you got to be happy about it. If you're giving but you really don't want to give, it's not the same thing. You're not really giving. You're doing it out of some type of obligation instead of saying, you know what, I can truly help this person. And when we give, we feel a presence within us. It's really a powerful presence when we actually give. I was driving down the street, about a month or so now after a run, and a guy was on the corner asking for money, and I reached into my wallet to give him money, and I had a 5. I thought I had a 1 or some ones, but it was ended up being a 5. And for a split second, I almost said, "Oh man!" I didn't just say it to him, but I almost thought about it and didn't give it to him. And then I thought, right a second, and I said, "You know what? I can help him a lot more than the $5 doesn't mean as much to me as it's going to mean to him." And so I gave him the $5, and his face just lit up. He was so happy because he got something he didn't expect. He probably was expecting $1, $2, and he got a 5. He was like, "Wow!" He was like, "Really? Thank you, man." He even complimented me on the Jeep. He was like, "You got a really nice truck too." His entire vibration changed. It was as if I was just speaking to just some guy that we just passed on the street. He wasn't asking for money. We were like having a conversation as I sat here at this light. He was like, "Hey man, thank you so much. God bless you. And hey, I really like your Jeep too." I was like, "Oh, thanks man. I appreciate that." It was like everything changed. And when I gave to him, I felt good. That's the thing about giving. You feel better when you give. So give without remembering. Don't worry about how it's coming back to you. It's coming back. Don't worry about where. And receive without forgetting. That means when someone has given to you, has poured out their soul to you, has poured out their heart to you, and they're giving to you to help you in some way, always remember that. Don't forget that. Don't forget when people have given to you of their time, of their talents, of their treasures. So powerful. Last one I'm going to share with you today. Only by giving are you able to receive more than you already have. So powerful. So powerful. Only by giving can you receive more than what you already have. When you give of yourself truly without worrying about something in return, it changes your life. I shared this with the group that I was speaking with. I used to work for a company, and we went to Metropolitan Ministries here in Tampa. They serve the population that needs help during the Christmas time and need money, needs food, whatever the case may be. And we go out and volunteer. So we volunteer our time at this time. And I remember taking the people around, a family around, to get turkey, food, dressing, and all the food. We put it in the car. I'm walking with the woman, taking it around. Then we take it out to her car, put it in her car, and she goes home. And I do that. And I just remember her thanking me so much. And for me, I was volunteering for my company at the time, but it was a powerful experience for me, because we receive so much when we give. I truly believe this, and I want you to hear this. We are put on this earth. Part of our spiritual purpose is to give back to humanity, to serve humanity in some way. If you feel like you can't find your purpose, can't find your passion, can't find what you're here to do, all you got to do is this: help someone. That's it. You can't find out why you're here, start by doing this. Help someone. Because that's a part of your spiritual purpose, to be that representation of God. That's what it is. And when you do that, you will start to experience things that you haven't experienced before. There's four different ways that it can help you out. When you give, you're going to experience this: love in a way that you've never experienced it before. The love coming from the individual, the situation that you're in, that you're helping, and then a love and a pure love and joy within your heart that you're going to feel. When you genuinely give to someone and help them, not expecting something in return, you're going to feel a love like you've never felt before. You know why? Because that's the love of God that is flowing through you. It's a powerful thing. That's why giving is so important. That is one of the biggest truths about giving. When you give, you feel that love of God because you're being that expression of God. right now, right here in that moment. That's what you're getting. So first, you're going to experience love. Second of all, you're going to experience a better feeling in your mental and physical health. Mentally, you're going to feel better when you give. Physically, you're going to feel better when you give, because they're all tied together. Mentally, physically, spiritually, it's all together. And when you are serving others, you are in alignment with God, then your mental and physical health will ultimately be better. It has to be, because you are in alignment with the God source within you. Third thing, your well-being, your overall well-being will continue to get better when you're giving. When you are giving of your heart, not expecting anything in return, but just giving, your well-being, physically, mentally, spiritually, psychologically, everything, your relationships will be better. Everything will be better when you choose to give authentically, purely from your heart. So powerful. Fourth thing you're going to notice is this. You're going to feel happy. You'll just feel happy. Not just on the surface happy, but a deep down joy and happiness that comes from helping someone else, from giving of yourself, from giving of your time, from giving of your talents, from giving of your treasures to someone else. You are going to feel genuinely happy. And when you feel happy, well, you express that to the world. You express that joy, that happiness to the world, which is, again, being that expression of God. How did you get there? By giving. That's how. You got there by giving. So continue to, these truths about giving are so important. And around this time of year, we always talk about giving because it's Christmas and it's the holiday season. But you know what? We should be thinking about giving all year long. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in each and every moment of now. We should be thinking about giving, because when we do, we become in alignment with the universe, in alignment with the Christ within, in alignment with our higher power, in alignment with that God within us. So give. Continue to give, not just during this time of season. That is the key. That is the most important thing about this post today, about this podcast today. It's not just about this season, it's about all the time, every moment of now. If you give, you'll feel the goodness of God, the goodness of your higher power, whatever you want to call it, flowing through you. Those are 3 truths about giving. Your greatness is not what you have, it's what you give. Think about that, what you're giving. Always give without remembering. Always receive without forgetting. That's number 2. Number 3, only by giving can you receive more than you already have. So powerful. Those are 3 truths about giving that I want you to take in and think about tangible ways you can use these ideas in your life right now. It's so important. Right now. If you do that, if you use these ideas, if you concentrate, meditate, live your life through the lens of giving all the time, in every moment of now, you will be able to unequivocally say, I own the now, and I have won. I want to thank you again for joining me for this podcast. Remember to share it with your friends, share it with your family. I want everyone to be able to get these messages. If you want to contact me, you certainly can. You can get in contact with me on my website, terenceyoungnow.com, or DM me on Facebook or on Instagram. I'm on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. You can get in touch with me anywhere. It's Terence Young Now, or Terence Young New Thought Transformational Speaker. So I'd love to help you out in any way that I can to encourage and motivate you. Remember, I'm a mindset coach, so that's what I do. That's what I do. I help change the mindset. When you change your mindset, you can change your life, but it starts there. That's where most people miss. So that's what I'm about. So I do private coaching as well. So if you are interested in getting in contact with me about some private coaching, if you're stuck in a rut and you can't figure out how to get out of it, it's because of your mindset. And I specialize in changing people's mindsets so they can move forward in their lives right now. I appreciate you joining me again. With that, I'm going to sign off. This is TY. Remember, the time is always now.